then to unveil the name, we're going to do it front and center right away so everybody knows where we are and what we're doing. So I want to welcome and bring up our speakers who are going to be speaking today, as well as Betty Jones' family, to come up and let's unveil the name of the center so that you'll be aware right away of where we're headed. So family members, speakers, come on up. We're going to ask the mayor and David on either side here. Why don't you get in front? Why don't you get to the front? And when I say family members, if you're speaking, come on up. Lucille, come on up, please. All right. Well, you want to come to the front? Come to the front. Yeah, come to the front. Did you make it? Okay. Yeah. Making is something. There you go. So I'm going to stand back here and hold this so it doesn't come down on my work.
All right, we're ready when you are.
Go right ahead, and here is the name of our new colleague. There we go. All right. I wanted to look and see in case they changed it on me the last time. The Center for Science and Discovery. We were so happy when the family came together and thought about a name for this building, and they wanted to name something that would inspire students. So we had students that had asked for student focus groups, they asked for faculty focus groups to weigh in on possible names, and there was a remarkable level of congruence. This rose to the top, and the family was really pleased to be able to name this building the Center for Science and Discovery. So we're so happy to have that. It's going to empower our communities to innovate and to shape science careers for the future. A lot of people don't realize we have over 6,000 students who call this their home campus, and almost half of those students are nursing and allied health students, plus many other STEM discipline students who rely on quality science instruction to prepare them for the future. So there's going to be a lot of traffic through here in the coming years. When complete, this 40,000 plus square foot Center for Science and Discovery will be a gateway to the community to manifest the power of curiosity and determination in every student that comes through these doors. Now we're excited to have our mayor here with us today. We're so glad. I've heard that he likes to roll up the sleeves and get down in the mud and work, and here we gave him plenty of mud to roll around in. So come right on up, sir. We'd love to hear your comments.
Thank you so much, Ty. I love mud, I love cranes, I love construction, particularly when it's downtown and particularly when it's focused on education. Both downtown revitalization and strengthening educational institutions across our community is so important to everything that we have going on here. And Ty, thank you so much for your leadership and everything you do here at Jefferson. It is absolutely incredible and so important for the future of downtown, for the future of our city, for the future of our state, teaching students, giving them great skills and learning that they need to be successful in the future as we move forward with the ever-changing economy that we're living in. And to David Jones Jr. and his entire family, thank you all so much for your generosity to this project, to so many things across our community that really have made impact over the past decades, and they're going to continue to create positive, lasting legacy for generations to come. And this name, Ty, the Center for Science and Discovery, it's a great name. It's a great name. It really says it all. And it's showing how our city is focused on the future, focused on new innovation and technology, and creating jobs and innovation right here in Littleton. What's going on here at Jefferson? Jefferson truly is rising. I see it all the time when I'm driving by the campus and seeing this building, the parking structure, and everything going on here, and the green also. You mentioned all the buildings, but also the green where kids and students are going to be playing that discus golf. Jefferson truly is rising. The LuMed district is rising. Downtown is rising. And our entire city is rising. We have incredible momentum here in downtown and all across Louisville. And this Center for Science and Discovery will make Jefferson, the entire LuMed campus, even more dynamic as more healthcare and STEM learners and innovators come together right here, sharing ideas, innovating, learning, figuring out the future together. And Jefferson is such an important part of the future of our city, as it is as part of the entire LUMED collaboration that Jefferson anchors right here on Broadway. Along with Norton Healthcare, University of Louisville, U of L Health, all working together to bring so many smart, talented, innovative people together to learn, to conduct medical innovation, to treat people right here in downtown Louisville. Great things are happening here. So I'm so happy to be with you here today to celebrate this. I can't wait until it's complete. And thank you for everyone for their support of this project and for what we're doing here in downtown Louisville and across the city. Congratulations, and thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor. We're just so pleased to be a part of this revitalization and to kind of lead the way a little bit. I'm proud that the college was prepared to step in and make this significant investment, and that the community has stepped up to help us do this. This new center is going to be home to a lot of firsts for our students. First day of college classes next fall. The first for many who are in their family to attend college. And the first time some students are going to receive the support that they need to thrive in a rigorous but supportive academic environment. So it's only fitting that our next speaker is a trailblazer in science and education. She became the first African-American chemist at Brown-Forman in 1966, just a few years after this college was founded. And today, she's someone whose story demonstrates how education opens doors to a better life. Please join me in welcoming Elmer Lucille Allen.
First of all, let me say thank you. And I'm standing up here talking today. But when I graduated from Central High School in 1949, I studied. And I was the second honor student. And I had to go every day and learn one sentence at a time. And that's how, and so now I do not study. So I tell everybody, no one should be studying at all. But what I would do, I would learn one sentence and go home and talk to the mirror. And then the next day, I would learn the second sentence, and then I would go and I would talk to the mirror for two sentences. But it is so great to be here. And you say, Elmer Lucille Allen, how did you get to where I am? Well, when I went to Central High School was the only black school that African Americans could go to. And at that time, the school taught chemistry, biology, physics, mathematics, geometry, trigonometry, all the sciences, physics, all that was taught. So when I graduated, I went to Louisville Municipal College because blacks could not go to the University of Louisville. That was a college for black students. But that was almost 2 years, was all just survey courses. But then I went to Nashville. And when I went to Nashville, I took science and math. And when I graduated in 1953 with a degree in math and chemistry, I could not find a job here in Louisville for African Americans. This was in 1953. So my first job was I was a clerk typist. But as you go on, I came back. But we don't realize I worked in Children's Hospital here. I was there for years. And then I've done different things. And then I went to work at U of L Medical and Dental Research Building. And there was a young lady there, and her father, uncle, was working at Brown-Forman. And she wanted to know if I would apply. I did apply, and I got the job. And I was the first African-American chemist there. And I worked there 31 years and retired in 1997. And what I tell everybody, everything that I do now is still based on chemistry. I'm still a student at U of L. You said, what are you taking? I'm taking ceramics. I went back to school in 2000, I was going to take a ceramics at U of L. And they wanted to know if I would go into it, they needed a person in the master's program. I said, yeah, I'll take it. So, but when I graduated, I had to take two art classes. I took ceramics and I took fiber. And people don't realize that fiber is all cotton. Now I do shibori. And I'm in exhibits that I'm in 2 exhibits this month. But you learn as you go. And what I tell everybody, when I went to Brown Farm, not only did I learn that I use science, but this was when computers just came into existence when I worked there. You know, they had Lotus, VisiCal, y'all know about that? So that's where I learned. And I'm still learning. At home, I have a scanner, I have a printer. I don't do social media, but I do everything else. But just to stand here and to say, to see this building here, and this building is also important to me because Wayside is across the street. And I ran the art gallery there for 15 years. And everything, I don't get paid for anything that I do. I volunteer. And I think that we as people need to volunteer and we need to help others. And I thank you all so very much for opening this building. And if I can do anything to help you, do not mind asking me. Thank you. If you have questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
What a testimony to perseverance, to being a community servant, and I wasn't expecting this, to lifelong learning. Tremendous. We're so glad you could be with us. We're also honored to have our next speaker and his family with us today. David Jones Jr., as many of you may know, has been a leader in supporting education in this community for many years. His commitment to lifelong learning makes his presence here even more impactful to the college. On behalf of his family, David, the son of Betty Jones, is here to say a few words about his mom and her passion for education and her love of this community. David?
Thank you, President Handy. That is a hard act to follow. So thank you so much for the beautiful words and the inspiration. I want to start by saying I'm here to honor my mom, who would be so thrilled to see this building rising and to see the way Jefferson is playing such a role. She understood long before I did and long before a lot of people that when most Americans think of higher education, their first thought is a community college. And the impact of Jefferson in training, in educating, in making higher education accessible and affordable has been enormous. And to see a whole other step and to feel it in a physical way here is a wonderful thing. I want to also recognize the family members and friends who are here with me. My wife, Mary Gwen Keeler, who is a long-time lover and advocate of Jefferson. She's been on the board of the Jefferson Foundation forever. Is not able to be with us today. She was at the funeral for the mom of one of her best friends, which we're happy she was able to do. But she sends her greetings and excitement about this. My sister Carol is here. Carol, thank you so much for being our partner in this gift here. Our brother Matt, who is, I guess I should say Dr. Jones now. He's got his PhD. He teaches at the Marine War College, and he's not able to be with us today, but he sends also his greetings and thanks. Also, I want to recognize Virginia Kelly Judd. Virginia is many things, but she was my mom's co-teacher at Jefferson when they taught French together. And Virginia, thank you for the joy that you and Mom had together, and also for being with us today. And then last, I want to recognize Tess McNair, who is the director of the CBS Foundation and has been a great counselor to us in figuring out how to do things like get out of each other's way to make a joint gift or something like this. So let me move now to talking about my mom. In Louisville today, she's best remembered, she's most commonly remembered as the wife of David Jones, the founder of Humana. And she was indeed an important player in that story. In her early days, she got books, she wrote the checks, and throughout the journey, she made sure that none of us, her kids or her spouse, got above the raisin, if we can use a Kentucky expression. She kept everybody grounded in a lot of ways. But her role in the community was much bigger than that. She was a strong believer in the power of great teaching and of education and of lifelong learning. So when Carol, I think, was in 7th grade, she went back to grad school, got a master's in French, and started teaching. She at Virginia College at Jefferson, she taught a whole bunch of other places, and she loved French language, she loved teaching foreign languages, and that was a really, really important thing for her. And she was a very strong example to certainly her children and a lot of other people that, you pursue your own mission. You can be a partner to other people, you can have a lot of things going on, but she did live her values in teaching by doing it, and she loved it. And she loved doing it at Jefferson. However, a couple other points, and then I'll be done. Her first love in education was science. She always said, and it was kind of a puzzle, because as we grew up, she loved to read, she loved foreign languages, she loved a lot of stuff. But her favorite classes in college were anatomy and organic chemistry. And I don't think I've ever met anyone who says that organic chemistry was their favorite subject, but she loved it. And in a different year, there's a tone what she would have done to pursue those passions. But she loved that stuff. Mom was also a substantial, mostly anonymous donor to Jefferson. My parents were mostly anonymous donors, to a lot of things. There were not a lot of buildings or anything else to be named after them. They just thought, sell the name a second time. Pursue the mission. Get it done. What matters is what the impact is on the next generation and on the future. So she would have been very, very pleased with the Science and Discovery Center. She would be thrilled to see Jefferson rising and advancing. And President Handy, I thank you very much for letting us honor her. Thank you.
Now, we may not be naming the building in honor of Betty, but we have designed and we're having put together right now a beautiful plaque that's going to hang in honor of her here in this lobby. And so the next big event for this structure is going to be its grand opening. So we're excited about that. Should happen probably in early fall next year. I'm going to say September. I'm not sure exactly the weather, things of that sort. But we're on track for a September finish for this structure. And so we'll be inviting all of you back at that point in time. And hopefully by then we'll have the plaque and we'll have everything in place and we'll have a real party. We won't have to wear party hats and yellow vests. So thank you all for celebrating with us today. Now, if you're interested in seeing the work being done, Colin Smith, the site manager, where you at, Colin? There he is in the very back. Site manager from Marilla Design and Construction, and Aaron Rule from Omni Architects. Aaron, over here. They're available to give you a tour, a quick tour. I think there's probably some spaces you can't get into, but many you can. So please take advantage of that. And thank you all so much for coming. And we're so excited to have a wonderful name for a building and to have a partner in the Jones family. Thank you very much.
We can do interviews up at the front. Interviews we'll do up at the front with Andy and the professor.
How soon will the tour begin?
I think they're starting right now. So you're welcome to go along with them, or I can show you around after that tour starts, whichever you prefer.
I'll go on the tour. Bear with me for 1 second. We're gonna go on the tour, and I'm gonna get that set up. I'll be live in just a minute.
Hey, I know you're watching the live stream right now, but I want to take a moment to tell you to check out this new book right here over my shoulder. Believe me, it'll be worth it.
The lights of Kentucky Performing Arts shine on more than our shows. They illuminate a pathway of discovery for all throughout our Commonwealth. A pathway of creativity, confidence, possibility, of brilliance, inspiration, curiosity, and wonder. 40 years, Kentucky Performing Arts has led a pathway to unite the Commonwealth around the joy of discovering the arts, and will continue to shine this light far into the future.